Okay, deer people are, I guess, people that panic easily in dangerous situations. If like there's a fire, they'll be the first to run out, and they'll likely leave their kids behind, or at least that's how I think my sister's also like that. Like she's not always a tortoise, but a deer is something else. Like I can imagine if there's a fire, she might run out the house even if there's kids inside that she needs to be getting out. She's a bit frivolous, and sometimes a bit selfish, but um, yeah, that makes it easily. That's how I'd describe a deer person. Zebra people are yeah, people who think it's good or bad. It's either is this good or is this bad? Is this good or is this bad? And they won't realize that actually some things aren't necessarily good or bad, but it's kind of, there's shades of grey, different things, and they don't see see that. Cheetah people are they run very very fast, but sometimes to run fast you have to kind of cheat or something. Like if you want to do really well in something, sometimes if someone's doing too well at something, it might be because they're cheating. And I say cheating because of the name. The name says cheetah, so if you that it's got to have something to do with cheating, even if the animal itself doesn't. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Oh. Um, and zebra, no, peacock people are good looks. People who just think about that, wanting to look good and looking pretty, models and stuff. Um, Models that are just very proud of their looks. And dove people are peace. You link it with peace, and I guess there are people who probably just want peace and just want happiness, and can't understand if I tell them that the world's overpopulated and we need to get rid of people. They'll probably be like, "There's plenty of space. It's fine, and we'll manage. Don't worry." I don't think they'll see the bigger picture, even though they can fly high. Um, I think they're white and they're too innocent to see that that sometimes bad things happen for good reasons, and I don't think doves really quite understand that. Um, Crow people, uh, there's crows are very smart. Like if there's a stone in a tube, it will figure out that you need to get a stick to kind of push it through. So they are quite smart, but they're also thieves. They'll take jewelry and stuff. Actually, that's magpies, isn't it? Magpies are the more thieves. Um, I guess what's the difference? Crows are very similar. Um, Magpie is something you put in that. What's that pie thing that you have? I don't really know the difference between crow. I guess crows are darker, so they're just black. And different. I haven't got magpie on the list, but yeah, crows work better in teams, I think, and they feel supported, even if they don't necessarily work in the team. If there's loads of them, they feel more backed up, and I feel like spiritually, if there's loads of people that work better in a group, um, if they're being led by the right thing, if there's a snake or something, they'll pass information onto it. Or if there's a fire, actually, I saw a video the other day of someone lighting a fire, and then about three crows all came together to try and put the fire out. So they recognized that there was danger, and crows are actually quite smart. Um, Owls are not actually that smart. They look smart, but they're not. And so I said that owls are um, people who pretend to be smarter than they are. I did this interior design course, and there was this lecture that we had, and I didn't understand anything. I really didn't. And when they put a question up at the end, I was just like, I don't understand anything you said. And everyone in the class looked at me like I was the only one who didn't understand everything. And then when the teacher left, I was just like, did you actually understand anything? And I'm like, no, but we just pretend that we did. Well, why? Why are you pretending if you don't understand something? But yeah, there's some people that are like that. They would make out that they've understood something even if they haven't, because they don't want to look stupid. Um, I think if you don't understand something, it's better to actually talk about why to understand it. But anyway, eagle people are, I guess, they're the smarter ones, and the smarter birds, um, and good hunters and good flyers. And in long distance, they're more ambitious. I think you think of the eagle as the American. Is that the American bird? They have like a. They see eagle as like kind of proud and stuff, but the flamingos are girly pink people. I think if I was two animals, if I had to say two animals, it'd probably be the dolphin and then the flamingo would be my other one. But I think that would be more the negative side because sometimes I think I can see things better than they are, and I made that mistake 10 years ago anyway. I thought the world was a lot nicer than it was 10 years, even though I thought it was shit, and even though I had a ton of terrible things to say about it. I still thought it was way nicer, and I did not believe that you were going to be ignoring me for 10 years. So I guess I was seeing the good, and for actually most of the songs, for quite a few years, I only ever saw the good in the songs, even though there was plenty of bad in them. But yeah, Mingo people are pink people who like dressing up as pink, being girly basically. And even if you're a guy, you can still be a flamingo person. Um, Lizard people, I guess they're kind of mindless. Like if you see a lizard and you try and figure out what it's thinking, it can just sit in the same spot and you don't know what. It's like, are you pretending to be a statue? And then suddenly it moves. But you don't know what it's thinking. I feel like I can never quite work out what it would be thinking or why it just suddenly just like pretends to be a statue every now and then. But and when they grow older, they turn into dinosaurs basically, and the dinosaurs are godless because they were formed without God. They formed by the Matrix only, and therefore dragons. They are like large lizards. There's dragons called large lizards, um, and so I would say that they're godless. That's the closest thing we can have to godless because we don't have dinosaurs here. So dragon people are kind of like dinosaur people, but a nicer version of it. So they're not as cold. But yeah, I still think that it's linked with um, with that. But I don't. If you actually not, it's not people who like dragons because there's a lot of people who like dragons. It's if you actually are like a dragon. If you are like a dragon, then you're probably godless and a bit heartless and wanting to just burst flames out onto people. That's how I think of dragons when I think of that. And let's go to part 3 of the page. Butterfly people. If you notice the butterfly and it flies, it can't fly in a straight line. So I think butterfly people are people that are just all over the place and can't really make up their mind, or if they do make up their mind, they usually change it after a short time. So they're kind of fluttery people all over the flutter. Alligator people kind of hide and a bit steady, but they seek, yeah, they'll look forwards to a strike. They'll look forward to the strike. So they might be people that are looking forward to the end of the day's time, but at the same time are going to lie low and not make any judgments too soon. Um, Hamster people are loners. Hamsters are solitary animals, so loners is the obvious answer. Mouse people, quiet, and scared of a lot of things. Spider people are creeps. Not if you like spiders, but if you are like a spider, um, I don't know, but if there's a psychopath that's not a psychopath because of any reason, but just lacks empathy and lacks a bit weird and sticks to the side and a bit odd, that's probably a creep. Let's just say creep. Um, Elephant people, people are not afraid to get too big, and they don't care about eat. They can be like just people who eat lots, people who can't walk because they're so fat. So it can include those people. It's just about getting bigger and bigger and bigger. But yeah, like I said, I think it could also refer to the biggest celebrities. You know, they've gotten bigger and bigger and bigger, but um, uh, but yeah, they just like to eat, or it could be taking information as well. Elephants aren't particularly smart, but then no animal is particularly smart. So, but yeah, they're probably smarter than you think, maybe. Goose people, very protective of their young, and yeah, if you're a person who's all about looking after your kids, you know your kids mean absolutely everything, and your life means nothing without your kids. Um, and then you might be considered to be a kind of goose person. Um, Swan people, sort of graceful, elegant, keeps themselves not too judgmental, but at the same time, probably secretly judgmental, maybe, but tries not to. they don't get into a fight unless they have to, um, or if if they feel their kids are threatened. Beaver behavior, I can imagine them being kind of very hardworking. Must build this dam, must build this dam. But if someone comes and steps on their dam, hey, get off my dam! Like really angry, and then they're so very grumpy people. And then bug people are the like if there's a computer bug, something wrong with them. People that have got something wrong with them, narcissistic. I spelled that wrong. I think I've spelled that far more narcotic. Well, I put narcotic on there. Anyway, that's narcissistic. That's supposed to say. And but they'll blame other people for being narcissistic. Like you're the narcissist, not me. Not but they'll accuse others of being the narcissist. And yeah, we need to kind of get rid of them. Problem is working out who they are. They're people that don't really contribute much. People that are, there's lots of businesses that need people to survive. Um, I guess bug people are the people that help the smaller business, which is good. The smaller business needs to be helped. Like bugs are there to be eaten by mice and chickens and birds and stuff. So they're the ones that basically just help. They do help the economy because they buy and stuff. But yeah, other than buying and working a low paid average job, that's kind of their contribute. But yes, like I said, there's good and bad in both. So it's not like one species is particularly bad, or there's good and bad in both, and therefore the good bug people are just people that help the economy, and the bad bug people are people who just help the economy like everyone else, but they also insult others and have got a completely wrong view of everything, and then they just drag people, and upset people. So that is my Noah's Ark list. I don't know if there's anything else that I've missed out on the list, but anyway.